Welcome to the show, and welcome, Glow So Bright. So, a fun and challenging way to use a pistol and a rifle in a competition setting would be over at Pima Pistol Club, over in Oro Valley, northwest of Tucson, Arizona. It provides a fun and creative way with stages to use a pistol and a rifle. And from there you can get away with just a ordinary AR-15 and 5.56 as well as a 9mm handgun. So from there are multiple stages, and from there participants can be in 2 divisions, sometimes more. Primarily there would be LARP division, and what does that mean? LARP division would be for tactical kit, cosplay, and reenactment loadouts, and at the very least have a chest rig, a shoulder bandolier, or a plate carrier, as well as a belt system to shoot in that competition. Competition division has anything else, and there are other divisions out there that sometimes are introduced, such as SEAB Burn division. Iteration of 2-gun action. One division was called SEAB Burn division, which means you have your LARP division plus an additional piece of equipment required, which is a SEAB Burn respirator, sometimes colloquially called a gas mask. And what I was using would be a surplus Czech Army OM90 respirator, which is, in my opinion, like the bare minimum you should get for a respirator or gas mask. Any sort of actual NBC situation involving biological pathogens, you're kind of screwed unless you have a decontamination team and some J-list, but I digress. This is the OM90 respirator, also sold in America as Mirror Safety OM7. I don't really like this. I mean, I got it inexpensively off a Canadian surplus, and I'd say the minimum you can get. Anything older than that, such as a MP4 or a M17 mask, I strongly would not recommend, or a GP5 mask, just because those have bad filters that have chromium and asbestos and other nasty stuff inside, possibly mold. I would not recommend it. But what I wanted to go do for the competition was using a Avon C50, which is a significantly better mask. Takes the same 40mm filters, but with much better ergonomics. And for the love of the game, I went and did full LARP. I don't have to, but hey, it's for the spirit. I did everything on all of the above. So, cosplay, tactical kit, and reenactment, and dressed up as a stalker mercenary. With patches, a dark blue uniform that is great for very high heat in Arizona, as well as 9 magazines on body, a plate carrier, a chest rig placard, hybrid belt system, which if you want to learn more about that, last video down in the description, as well as a ballistic helmet or a respirator. And the equipment I was using with that was a AR-15 with a reflex sight, just a generic competition rifle built. The other thing I would use would be a M4 carbine as a backup, even though that is more LARPy and cool, but hey, I just want to get used to the competition carbine, as well as a 45 caliber 1911 pistol, and or the carry pistol I would use, which would be just essentially a Shadow Systems Glock 19 copy with a red dot sight on it. But valid piece of equipment for the competition. Over at 2-gun action, it is recommended to bring at least 50 rounds of rifle ammunition, as well as 70 rounds of handgun ammunition. However, I suggest to bring more, just because you may burn through all of that and may need more of that, or just to have loose ammunition to go and top off magazines in between stages. 2-gun action over at Pima Pistol Club would put emphasis into variety and challenges, not something like very much. Same thing as randomizing of targets, but some suggestions I would have to help enhance that would be to have more divisions out there. For example, have a rimfire division where you have a rimfire handgun and a rimfire rifle. Have a POR division or King of the Pors division where you have a pistol and rifle combination, or maybe you can get away with just a pistol caliber carbine only and just have it be at a fixed amount. That way you can have more interesting setups such as a Bear Creek Armory shit stick and an XD40, and make it more accessible for new shooters to participate in. Another thing I would like to have would be a retro division. Have old school style builds out there, such as carry handle M16s and more obscure military surplus handguns such as 1911s, or use a high power, Tokarevs, all sorts of other interesting stuff. Yet, one thing I would also like to suggest would be to have more clarification on equipment rules, such as simple things such as what are the minimum calibers required. In case I want to go cheeky breeky mode with a 380 handgun or a Makarov, but at the same time, it may or may not cause problems with the competition as a whole. I don't know, maybe put it in an outlaw division. But if you want to go and participate in Pima Pistol Club, in two-gun action, in a challenging yet casual environment, go and look at the website down below over here, as well as the event calendar to look for there. Currently they're hosted on every second Saturday of the month, and I find it to be quite a lot of fun. Entry fee is $25, but if you're a Pima Pistol Club member, it would be brought down to $20. No prizes or anything like that, just fun casual shooting, and a great way to go and test the equipment you have, or test out that gas mask you have and see if you can actually wield it with a rifle. It's quite a challenge if you do that. If you want something a bit more high stakes with a bit more of a participation fee and a buy-in, but with prizes, there are other local matches found in Arizona. There is Murphy's Outdoors Challenges, where you can have interesting stuff such as night vision shooting, and also a new type of firearms competition out there called Firearms Action Shooting Trials, which is hosted by Russell Fagan due to his experience in running multiple competitions. Until next time, thank you for watching, and if you participate in any firearms competitions, do it safely and have fun. Enjoy! Now, are you a Barks gang or are you a mug guy? I'm a bit of a mug guy myself.